This episode is brought to you by Kia's first 3-row all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with a 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute, and available reclining lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
Join me, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty, on my podcast, My Life of Crime, as I take on true crime investigations like no other. This season, I'm looking into the labyrinth of crime and secrets within families. I'm cutting straight to the evidence and talking to the people directly involved, including investigators and the families of victims. Listen to My Life of Crime with Erin Moriarty wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I wanted to talk on AEW and WWE in 2023 because, bro, the amount of moves that these two businesses that they've been making, like, since, well, I mean, WWE, they had, like, years and years and years of a head start. And then AEW, you know, just becoming a company some years back, it's like, you know, you see both of the moves that these guys have made in the past few years, though. I mean, all the way from, like, the beginning of the pandemic until now, it's like, it almost comes off as, like, different companies compared to how things were before the pandemic. You know, like, you look at AEW now, and it's like AEW, I mean, they bringing in some of the biggest names. Bringing in Edge, bro. Edge. Not like, no, like, I'm literally saying WWE legend Edge. I don't know if too many of y'all has heard about that, but yeah, it's like they brought him in. The Hardy Boys, Christian, I'm trying to think of some other big names. Even outside of, like wrestlers, I mean, even, like, celebrities. They brought in Mike Tyson, Shaq. I'm trying to think, who else have they brought in? I'm saying they brought in some big time, Dennis Rodman. I'm saying, like, they done brought in some heavyweights, bro. And then it's like, then, yeah, with the wrestlers, that's one thing that I will say, is that even with, like, outside of the pay-per-views, it seems like that they'll do that, though. What talking on AEW is that they'll have it where it'll just be like regular episodes of like AEW that'll come on throughout the week. It's almost as if like they're like pay-per-views at times. Like, no, they'll do that. They'll do like some like special episode of a AEW like Dynamite or Rampage, or even now that they got like a third show and stuff. And I'm like, fam, the fact that they've done so much in a few years, and it makes you wonder like, what's gonna be like ahead, like down the road for AEW? Because if they've done this much in the past like few years, I'm saying like I feel like they're about to do so much more. Maybe even top out WWE. But I'm saying like these guys. Then they came out with their video game, and I was like, the video game was freaking sick. I was like, then they added like it was that mode where they had those where they had them fighting in the football field and stuff. And I was like, bruh, like the stuff that they've done, I'm like, nah, bro, AEW is about to take over. I just, the amount of stuff that they just got going on, I'm like, no, you guys are 100% taking over and stuff. So, like, maybe not right now, because, I mean, WWE, they still got their thing going on. And it's like, you see, the thing is like with WWE, it's like you got where, all right, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, like those two shows has like made its mark in its territory. NXT, though, on the other hand, it was like they took away NXT. When I remember when NXT very first came out, and it was like this competition for a wrestler becoming a wrestler and stuff. And now it's like, it's its own show. Like, you see how much NXT has grown throughout the years. It's like, fam, what happened? In like NXT, you kind of look at it like that kid. Like, I feel like I'm one of them like old heads where I'm all like, bro, you used to be at this height. Now all of a sudden you tall, and I'm like, no, that's like talking on NXT. It's like, fam, that I'm telling you, NXT. It's like it's one of those shows where it's like it can be in competition with Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. I'm like, I know with the Bloodline storyline that's going on, it's like, yeah, anytime you see some stuff go down with that, you're like, yeah, you know, people are gonna be tuning in for it, and I know a lot of people are waiting to see like what's gonna happen, like if we're gonna have like a Rock versus Roman Reigns WrestleMania. Oh, and then speaking of The Rock, he does like a special guest appearance. Don't tell nobody nothing. Don't just straight surprise people and stuff. And then what else? I'm saying like then it's like their deal with Peacock, having it where I'm like, fam, I've watched so many WWE pay-per-views in the past, like ever since they've done this Peacock deal, that I have like even before then. I was like, there were so many different pay-per-views I had missed out on, and I'm like, bruh, besides NXT, but I think I'm gonna start watching these NXT pay-per-views, because I'm like, I know I'm missing out with that. But no, but like with the regular pay-per-views, I'm like, bruh, I'm saying like I find myself glued to the TV with the amount of wrestling that I have been watching in the past few years and stuff. And I'm like, in WWE, it's like I feel like that they've done so much. It's like at this point, it's like, how like in a video game where you completed the level, like you can literally leave that level at any given point in time, but you're just giving yourself more and more of a high score. That's literally what WWE is doing in the wrestling business. It's like you guys have made your mark, you got your territory, but yet you're still adding more, having it where there's newfound wrestlers where they got the crowd chanting. You got it where Trick Williams, he got the crowd chanting "whoop that Trick," and I'm like, fam, to me, I'm like, he has one of the coldest intros. Cody Rhodes, I think, yeah, his intro, that alone, I feel like when they induct Cody Rhodes into the Hall of Fame, that they have to have it where it's like his intro, it's like the crowd, like how I would imagine it is that they show like all these different like videos of Cody Rhodes, and then they show like it gets louder and louder as the fans are doing the "whoa" chants. And then eventually it's just one big, like the loudest pop, like of woes that then came from the fans, and then that's like the final one, and then it just shows all throughout his. Because I'm saying Cody Rhodes, even though he started off in WWE, went over to AEW, made his like name over there and stuff. I mean, he was making his names everywhere, but I feel like at AEW it really skyrocketed his career and stuff. And compared to like how WWE was very first handling him to like now, yeah. Cody Rhodes, he's one of those guys where it's like, no, the beginning of his intro, it's like there's more than just one royal family in the WWE or in wrestling. And yeah, Cody Rhodes, he's doing that. He's like, I feel like his story or just overall like who he is right now in WWE, they can make a movie about that, about his career. I'm telling you, it's gonna be one of the best movies. It's gonna be one of those movies that like win awards and stuff. Like it'll be like at one of those festivals where it's all like the just Rhodes, and then it just kind of like talks on like it talks on Dusty Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes now, but and then then Cody Rhodes, and I felt like that would just be the amazing just straight up like trilogy and stuff where that would 100% work. So that alone, like the Rhodes like just whole like legacy, that's the actual legacy for those that understand that reference and stuff. But anyways, then Roman Reigns, I'm like, to see that man before the pandemic, and that was somebody where I was all like, no, before the pandemic I had nothing but respect for Roman Reigns, because I was like, this man is out here every week putting on good matches, going up against like all pretty much he fought at the time, he pretty much went up against every wrestlers besides the referees and the female wrestlers. But I guarantee you and I promise you, if they had said, hey, tonight don't really question it, but you gotta go up against Charlotte Flair, I feel like, we most likely would have seen that. We most likely would have seen Roman Reigns versus Charlotte Flair, right? But anyways, Charlotte Flair, and that's just to talk on her real quick. Like, the thing is this, like, don't get me wrong, extremely talented woman, but I'm like, I think they need to have it where she kind of like, she's made her name, like that's one thing for sure. Charlotte Flair, she's just it's kind of like she got like a WWE like syndrome where it's like you've already made a name for yourself, yet she's adding a high score, but it's like she's kind of getting cocky with it at this point and stuff. So I don't know whether they need to like change her character or if they need to have her at NXT. I would like to actually see her kind of do like how they got Becky Lynch right now, where she does some NXT stuff and things. So I think that could, I'm saying, like, they actually could do that. I think Becky Lynch, I think she is still the champion. I don't know, because I know they just recently had the No Mercy pay-per-view, and I don't know if that Tiffany Stratton girl won the championship, but no, if they have it where Becky Lynch wins, I'm saying have it where Charlotte Flair goes over to NXT. They have like a 5-star match, because you know what Charlotte Flair is going to do is she's going to bring her A game and stuff. But yeah, they should do that and things. Kind of just, I don't know, repack. I think they should repackage Charlotte Flair. But I mean, like, if she likes like what she got going on, then I'm like, hey, at the end of the day, that's her choice, So, but anyways, but no, getting back to Roman Reigns though. But no, it was like, you see where this man, he was just like this top dog wrestler going up against literally everybody, disappears for a little bit, comes back, and he is the tribal chief. And now he's literally one of the most talked about names in wrestling. No, Roman Reigns, he's another wrestler that's going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame. What else? Cody Rhodes. I'm trying to think. Rey Mysterio. It's crazy how Rey Mysterio, how he's still killing it. And this man's like, he's getting to that age where he should be retiring. But I feel like, no, Rey Mysterio, he's one of those guys where it's like, I think he is going to retire at some point in time. Going to have like that last wrestling match, and it's going to be emotional, and it's going to be sad, but I just feel like even afterwards, it's like Rey Mysterio done left like a legacy where it's like, no, untouched. There's no wrestler in this world like Dominic Mysterio, though, on the other hand. Talking on him, I really do like the fact that this guy, he was like super quiet when he very first came into the wrestling business. Now, even though he is one of the most booed wrestlers that I have ever seen, no, Dominic Mysterio, he is freaking amazing, okay? No, he is 100% amazing. But no, how I start this off, though, let's talk about some of these AEW signs, because I feel like I ain't said everything that I could say about WWE. Like I say, WWE that made its name in marking territory. At this point, they're just trying to get the highest of the highest score right now, all right? So, but no, let's talk on some of these AEW signings and stuff. First off, the Hardy brothers, I feel like when he came into, like, Matt, it's kind of like, okay, he came into the business, and it's like, hey, yo, that's crazy. Then when you see Matt Hardy getting jumped, and then you hear Jeff Hardy's music going off, and then you see him, and it's like, fam, that's just, it's crazy to see, see them together and stuff, like, fighting side by side. I'm like, because it's still, till this day, one of my favorite tag teams. I'm like, I don't care if they're not doing the same crazy stuff that they're not doing anymore, like how they were doing back in the TLC days, where it was them, Edge and Christian. That would be a sick matchup if they have it where those guys run it back one more time. Because what are the Dudley Boys doing right now? Let me look it up real quick. The Dudley Boys. If these guys are like okay, so they got Bubba Ray. All right, so Bubba Ray, Devon. Let's see if they're free agents. Currently, oh, dang, they have it where they do, like, Impact Wrestling and AEW going up against, so, yeah, Bully Ray, what is he doing? He's best known for his time where he most recently worked backstage as a producer. And there's like, okay, so he's a free agent. He ain't really doing return. Oh, he did come back that was actually not too long ago. That was just last month for the 1,000th episode of Impact. Dang, I would have liked to seen that. He'd say he put somebody through a table. Huh. Dang, I missed out on that. Wow, that's messed up, man. But anyways, but no, they should have it, though, because I'm saying they literally have the Hardy Boys, okay? They got Edge now. They have Christian. I'm saying they have it where those guys run it back. They don't even have to do, like, no crazy. I mean, if they want to do, like, tables and ladders and chairs and all that stuff, they very well can do that if they want to. I just know that these guys are like, they're not going to be doing that. Oh, that would be, I don't know, man. I'm like, I want to see these guys do it. But a match, I pause on that. But I would like to see these guys run it back for one more match. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, because people are going to be all like, oh no, they got to do tables, ladders, and chairs and stuff. And I'm like, these guys are like 40, 50 years old. I mean, if they look, at the end of the day, it is up to them. If they want to do those matches, they very well can do those matches, but that has to be like the last match. You know, like I'm saying, if those like no, if half of that you know tag teams, if they retire, like, because I can see like if Edge gets put through a table, it has to be like on the mat or like somewhere where he's well protected and stuff. Same with all those guys. So I'm saying if they're gonna do that, it should be like one of those like cinematic matches and stuff where they just simulate, they make it look like they got slammed on, but at the end of the day they really didn't. You know, they show one scene of Jeff Hardy doing a swanton bomb, and then he kind of just disappears, and then they show like Edge and them guys like all laid out and stuff. But yeah, but if they decide to just go and run it back like how they did back in the day, then I'm like, yeah, I think that's gonna be crazy to see. That's something where it's like, no, if anybody's all like, if they say, oh, they're too old, but then they do it anyways, no, that's something where it's like, no, those guys still got it and stuff. So, but yeah, it's just even with just those signings and stuff, and then CM Punk on the other hand, I'm like, I don't know if that was such a good signing and stuff, cause yeah, CM Punk comes off as a little toxic. I'm like, I don't know about him, bro, but no, that was good though when they had originally had signed them and stuff, and then who else? Yeah, it was like I'm saying like, and then even like the newer talents in wrestling and things. I'm saying like you got it where it's like the one dude, Nick Wayne. And then Swerve Strickland, bro. They got the one dude that be with Swerve. Prince. Hold on for a second. Let me look up his name. So Swerve Strickland. Let's see. I think the guy's name is like Prince Naka or Prince Nana or something. Shout out to Swerve though, cause he's from Washington, so I gotta show that man some love, all right? But so Mogul Embassy, C members. Prince Nana. Okay, so yeah, this guy, man, no, this dude be coming out dancing, and it is literally the best thing in AEW. I don't care what anybody says. When Prince Nana comes out and he starts doing his dance, no, there's this man, boo for him, cheer for him. I'm not going to care. I'm going to cheer for this man. Even if he's supposed to be a villain in wrestling, I got nothing but love for Prince Nana, all right? So, but yeah, even with Swerve, Darby Allin, I'm saying, no, like those guys, I'm like, that's a wrestling match between them two where it's like, no, I know it's going to be good. Bro, they should have like I think they just recently was in Seattle. They should have had like a battle in Seattle because I think they did have it where Darby Allin and Swerve, I think they did go up against each other. But no, they should have had it where it's Darby Allin, Swerve Strickland, and now Bryan Danielson, formerly known as Daniel Bryan and stuff. Yes, he is also with AEW. But no, they should definitely have it where they do like a battle in Seattle match and they just go crazy and stuff. But no, what else? Yeah, I'm saying like wrestling right now is just freaking amazing and stuff. I'm like, from AEW signings to WWE and just what they got going on and all there. I'm saying, bro, nah, it's like you can't tell me right now wrestling, it's in the best state that it has ever been. And out of the years that I've watched wrestling, because I'm saying I came from the PG era of wrestling. So I'm saying like, yeah, what they got going on now, amazing. Okay, John Cena then came back. There's no way possible anybody can say that wrestling is horrible right now. You're lying to yourself. All right, so, but anyways, thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure you follow me across all social media platforms at TMossBoss. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.